Good job. Okay, are you ready, Marie?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Are you recording?
I am, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I can feel it's going in already,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, it is. Were you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to start again.
And how brave should I be with filling?
No, I think you're okay. Sit down there. That sound let me know that it was time to release. And here you go. Lots more coming, so that's good. Just want to kind of feel in here. That's it. Oh, this is a really good one.
Yeah, hardly, like, not that much came out the first time.
Yeah, and that's quite common, actually. Yeah, because you're having a really good release this time. Quite a bit of stuff is coming, and then there's more. We could probably keep going. It's starting to feel a little better here. We're going to do that again, okay? Okay, here we go. Excellent. Oops, sorry.
Yeah, I felt like an air bubble or something
Yeah.
up in there. Oh. This is way too much information for anyone. I think only the hardcore hydrotherapy people are going to want to see this.
It's amazing. I've seen quite a few YouTube videos with colon hydrotherapy sessions, and yeah, it's good because a lot of people don't understand, I guess, what procedure is going to be. Like, some people have this notion that we're going to stick this tube way up inside you, and I've had people, even though I've told them to lie down on their back, and cover themselves up with this towel, they just, I guess they're nervous and they're not really listening. And I've had a few people where I come in, they're on their back. I had one in particular, they actually had their butt up in the air. I was like, okay, no. We don't need to do that.
Well, my concern was that this hose was what was going to be up inside me, but no, there's she's used the smaller speculum.
Mm-hmm.
So and I showed that in my first video. So that goes in, and then this is attached
to that.
Yeah.
It's actually, and it's only 2 centimeters that goes in, and it's the small one that I'm using right now is maybe a centimeter, like from one side to the other. Like it's yeah. All right, so I'm just going to give you a little break, Marie, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start filling the implant tank. So how we do that is we're going to bypass the water from going inside you. So if you start to feel like you have a bowel movement or a release that's about to take place, let me know, because we need the water flow for that. Okay. So this is a chlorophyll. Hulk juice.
Ooh, chlorella. That's what it's called, right? I just got some from Dr. Mercola.
Oh, yeah.
In the mail. Yeah, I've been taking the broken cell wall chlorella.
Perfect. I have that too, actually. Yeah, that's a good one, the broken cell wall. So that's really good to take. That's excellent for stimulating the muscle action of the colon. Oh, and that was electrolytes. So they say that with colon hydrotherapy, sometimes we'll flush out, debris along with electrolytes or minerals, which is the case sometimes, but also too, those things are never going to flourish or absorb in a dirty environment. So I think the best case scenario is to do colon hydrotherapy and make sure we replenish that after every session, and that's what we do. And then, like I said, the other thing is the good bacteria. So again, good bacteria is never going to grow and flourish in a dirty environment. So perfect case scenario is we clean out the colon, we do simple lifestyle dietary changes to keep that environment clean and supplement with probiotics. So those can be the capsules, or it could be cultured vegetables, and just get that good bacteria in there. And so always the things I recommend with colon hydrotherapy.
I had a question actually about the probiotics and kefir and stuff. If it goes through your stomach with all the acid, doesn't the stomach acid kill the bacteria?
Some of them, if you get the bacteria should be able to withstand the hydrochloric acid. So if you're eating the cultured vegetables, they're gonna assimilate properly and get to where they need to get to. If you're using some of those cheap probiotics, they're not gonna really do the trick. For example, there's different bacteria. The bacteria that's in our standard yogurt that we're gonna eat is more beneficial. For example, if we've eaten a steak and then you have that those enzymes are going to help break down that steak. So that bacteria is good for that, and it's not really going to do much else. So this big, they're jumping on, the bandwagon with, oh, yogurt, we have to do that for the good bacteria. We definitely need the good bacteria, but the yogurt's not really getting to where it needs to get to. It's going to help with some digestion, but we really need some good bacteria that's going to get all the way down into the intestines and help protect that lining. And when you've got a good amount of good bacteria in there, it's also going to keep the bad bacteria down. We've always got some bad, but it's going to help keep that in line.
So thank you. And then, so what's happening right now? It's just the regular water in and out? Or?
Yeah, that's right. So we're not on a fill right now. We're just basically, water's just flowing in and out. And it's not really going very high. It's just kind of flowing just up inside and just back out.
So, and what's the purpose of that if it's not a fill?
So we're giving the colon a little bit of a break, obviously. And we need the water to be flowing there, because if you have a bowel movement that comes along, in a normal case scenario, you're going to push and it's going to come out. We don't want you to push right now. We want the water to be flowing so it can just carry it out.
Okay.
So we always need to have the water flowing in and out when we're doing colon hydrotherapy, or else if you have got that urge and that water's not there, then you're going to have to push to let it out.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think what we'll do is we'll start filling the chlorophyll, and the way that one's going to work is we're going to turn the unit off. And basically the chlorophyll fills into you just like an enema would. So it's just based on how quickly and how high the tank is. So we're going to turn the unit off right now. And it's like you're on a fill, because we are stopping the water from flowing out. And we're just going to let that go in ever so slowly. And if you remember, Marie, what I want you to do is I want you to let me know before you get that feeling of needing to release, because it can just be a gas bubble sometimes. We can stop this and then all of a sudden it's okay and we can keep filling. And that's the idea, is we want to get it in there and let it do some absorbing right now. Also on that case, if it does promote you needing to release, just let me know and we'll open everything up and we can let it out. Okay. And know that you're starting to absorb right away. So it's not like you're not going to get any benefit if we, and that's the 40-minute timer. So perfect timing.
Okay, I'm feeling kind of...
Oh, okay. Can you hold? Or do you need to release?
I can hold it, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm holding it in to absorb the chlorophyll?
Yeah, and you're going to hold it in and just sort of see if it passes. That feeling of needing to release usually passes, and we can continue with the fill. And again, on that note, sometimes it just stimulates a release, and we just need to release. So you just let me know which way to go.
I feel sort of neutral.
Okay, good. So this is exactly what you would do if you were at home with your enema. You'd be lying, try and make the area as comfortable as possible in the bathroom. This wouldn't be the glass tank. I have the buckets, and instead of this tube attachment here coming out of the bottom, it comes out of the side, and you would put it on your bathtub ledge. And the same thing, you would lie there and you would just let it go in ever so slowly, whatever rate feels comfortable for you, and you would stop and start it. Same kind of idea. And again, something you don't want to do regularly, but 3 generations ago, and I think we've talked about this last time, households would have enemas in the house, and they would be used at the onset of illness, If there was fevers, it would relieve from that. So, and that's just a few short generations changed, and nobody even knows. Most people don't even know what an enema is. So, do you feel like we can start that again?
Well, I don't feel like I need to release.
Okay.
I'm just feeling a little bit nervous that if you put more in, I'm gonna. Okay. Well, I guess we'll try it.
Let's try it because we don't have that much in. So I'm gonna just really see if I can get it going ever so slowly. Because if it's going really slowly, you don't get that stimulation, and sometimes that makes a difference. Does it feel cooler than like a little bit cooler temp?
Not too bad. I think my hand's still feeling tingly from the peppermint, so I feel that more than.
Okay. Are you warm enough though?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Thank you.
A lot of people think that because this is green, they think that it's got some kind of a cooling kind of mint effect. But
Yeah. Oh, I'm feeling pretty full.
okay, can you hold?
For the moment.
Okay, good. And that's how this goes sometimes. Sometimes we need to stop and start and stop and start, and sometimes, surprisingly, we can fit most of it in. And it is only 1,000 milliliters. It looks a lot more because this glass tube here actually runs through the center of this container. So it looks like a lot more than it is. It can be quite deceiving.
I don't know what I feel. I feel a little like I might need to release in a minute, but I'm okay for the moment.
And my hand's right here ready to go. So let's see if you can hold a little bit, and if you need to release, let me know. Don't let yourself get to a point where you're really uncomfortable though.
Okay.
That's the beauty of doing colon hydrotherapy with a unit like this. Is unlike being on the bathroom floor, you know, if you gotta go, you have to get that out, you have to run to the toilet. Whereas here, we have the benefit of just opening this up and letting it go. So you can take advantage of that. You don't have to get uncomfortable.
Okay. All right. Hit me again.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, and again, nice and slow. I find when I'm doing this that it's really comforting. You know, as much as sometimes we have a tendency to pick up, you know, and read something or, you know, start thinking about something, I find it the most beneficial if I shut my eyes. I usually have some spa music going, some nice soothing music, and I just get myself into that real meditative state and just really don't let myself think about anything.
Hold on a little bit. Full.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's when, surprisingly, I can take a lot more of it than normal. And if I'm thinking about stuff or, you know, pick up that phone or something to check a message, then that's when I usually can't hold as much. So it might be with you right now because you've got that camera.
Yeah.
You're thinking, yeah. So yeah, maybe next time what we'll do, Marie, is we'll maybe just let you have a really good colonic. We'll set the camera aside, we'll keep the music on, and we'll just get into a real relaxing state. You'll be surprised how much better of a colonic you can even have.
Cool.
Yeah. How's that feeling?
It feels okay. Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go again then.
Yeah. I mean, how much is like average, normal to get in there for someone?
You know what? It really truly depends not only on the individual, but just that individual's time. Sometimes we're stopping and starting continuously for the same person, and other times they're taking the whole thing. So it just kind of depends. It's always different. It depends on if there's gas in there. It depends on, sometimes the colon is in that releasing stage, so it just takes a little bit more effort to get the chlorophyll in.
So we've got about 300 milliliters up in there of this chlorophyll solution. So is it just that that's going in, or is there still the water in and out?
Just this.
Just that, okay.
Just this. So basically we've turned the unit off completely, and this is just this flowing in you, and nothing's coming out. So this would be exactly like you being at home with your enema bag or enema bucket, and water's just flowing in, and nothing's flowing out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're just slowly sort of filling me up and seeing how much I can hold.
Mm-hmm, that's right. And what I like to do...
Okay, I'm filling, but filling up. Yeah.
Can you hold?
I'll try to, yeah.
Okay.
It feels... It just sort of came on really suddenly. Like,
Yeah.
oh, there we go.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I have to release, but I don't know if I can take any more.
Okay. Let's just hold it there for a little bit and see how we do. What I do sometimes is we'll get to about the halfway mark and we'll just let that release. Sometimes follow it with a bit of a fill to see if there is actually a release that wants to happen, and then we'll go ahead with the other half of it. So it's really individual. Everybody's different and every time is individual. So we're really just trying to get in tune with the body and what it wants to do that particular time, and it's never the same for anyone. Definitely have learned that over time, because sometimes a person will do really good and we'll be like, oh, okay, we're going to do that again, but then the next time it's different. They say that this is its own mind.
Yeah,
it really is. How are you doing? Do you think you can try a little bit more, or do a release?
Well, I might be able to take more. Is it better to do a release and then fill it up again, or what do you think?
Let's do a little bit more and see where we go.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to stop this and start another video.